Good morning, everybody. It's Graham again from Unearthed, and this episode of Detecting Talk is on the same theme, or along the same theme as the last video we did on permissions. This particular film may help you gain more permission. That's what I'm hoping for. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the subject of gaining a little bit more permission than you've already got, and any little helps, doesn't it? As Tesco say. So one thing I've done over the years periodically is I've done detecting talks in different places. So for example, I used to go into schools and do detecting talks to the children and certain class ages about detecting and the finds that we make and how wonderful it is for history and how wonderful it is broadening your children's minds on the subject of history. I wish we had that sort of thing when we were kids, because my history was absolutely shocking at school. Now I would probably pass most exams with flying colours, even though the old grey matter's slowly disappearing over the years. But talks was something I've done periodically. I've done them to people like the Rotary Club, the Round Tables, different charity organisations about detecting, because they do monthly meetings. They like to invite guest speakers in on different subjects, and obviously detecting was one of their ones that they had on their radar. However, just recently a couple of my friends, good friends in Wales, have done a detecting talk to the Women's Institute, no less, and they had the village hall. Many people attended. They brought the finds in on that particular day to show the people and the public the sort of things that they were finding with their detectors. And of course, quite instantly, it captivated the people's and the public's imagination of what lies beneath. But off the back of these talks, there's always one or two people in the room or attending that own land, especially rural talks in these village halls and other places. Farmers attend. So of course they picked up a few permissions off the back of it. We picked up a few permissions on the back of the talks that we've done over the years. And it's a really good way of getting extra land. Now you think about it. You're not cold calling. You're not ringing up over the phone. These people are listening to you and engaging with you for up to an hour or more, where you're talking about detecting your hobby, what you find, how you go about doing it. So instantly they're starting to trust you. And it's because that they can see you and listen to you, and they know you for what you are. And off the back of that, you can gain extra land to detect on. It works a treat. So if you guys out there listening to this get the chance to do a detecting talk in your local village hall or the school, or whoever, any local groups, community groups in the area that have guest speakers in from time to time talking about different subjects, go for it. Contact them, sit yourself down, present yourself, show them some of the finds by all means, talk about the wonderful hobby of detecting, and I can guarantee you at some point off the back of it you'll gain some permission. It might only be a small patch, you don't know, a couple of acres or a couple of paddock fields, or it could be a big farm, or it could be anything, but it'll happen. So it's one thing that we've done over the years. I've gained permission off the back of it, like I've said, and I know quite a few other people over the years have done the same. It's absolutely worth it. Now, some of you guys watching this short film today will probably be already doing it and have already done it in the past, and it's probably working a treat for you guys. Now, there's nothing wrong with me sitting here in front of this camera and talking about how to gain permission, and I think quite a lot of you will agree it's a good way of gaining it. But have a go at it. If you get the opportunity and the opportunity flags up, go for it. Absolutely go for it. Welcome it with open arms. It's well worth doing. So that's one area that you can gain extra searching permissions for your detector. Another one that might be of interest to some of you guys is, believe it or not, is the local parks. Now, we've got parks around here, council owned, council run, council maintained, and each area, each county, each town, each village all has their own parks. Some of them very large, some of them only small, but they're classed as recreational, as we know, public parks, where you take your kids, or there's more Victorian type ones that have been there since the Victorian times or earlier, council run and council maintained, like I said earlier. Why not contact the council and ask if they've got a friendly policy about metal detecting? Because we've been detecting on some parks over the years. I'm going back a decade or more now, and they've been quite lucrative for coins. Nothing major, nothing ancient as you would expect, but certainly Victorian and Georgian, Edwardian type coins and artifacts come up off these parks. It's well worth trying to get permission off the local council. Now, don't just go on there like a lot of people do. It's the wrong thing to do. And we're finding a lot of people now are going on parks thinking they're not doing anything wrong, which I can understand, but they've got to remember somebody owns and maintains them parks, and they've got the right to say, you're trespassing, you shouldn't be on there with a detector, get off. So you've just got to be a little bit careful and mindful about that. And a lot of people get prickly. Believe it, I've had quite a few run-ins with individuals on social media about people that are just going on parks and saying, well, I've got the right to go on parks because it's public land, it's my land, it's our land, it's the people's land, we're allowed to do it. But you've got to remember somebody owns and maintains it. So you've got to gain permission of the local authorities and councils to get on these parks. But if you sat in front of a computer tonight, tomorrow, whenever, and you Googled your local council and you put in metal detecting, with our local council, or metal detecting policy with Barrow Borough Council that we've got 4 or 5, 6 miles down the road, chances are some of these councils will have policies where you can get a license off them, and maybe an annual license off them for detecting some of the recreational land that they've got. Now, not all councils are friendly people. Remember that some of them are quite draconian in their ways and will sort of point blank deny you access to any of this particular land. But some councils are quite proactive and they're quite friendly in the first instance, letting you on with the detector and getting chance for you to go out and make some good finds off the back of it. So Google your local council to see if there's a policy on metal detecting. Some of them will have it, some of them won't. Why not try it? Give it a go. I know there's a lot of people out there struggling for permission, and the reasons why they struggle for permission is access to cars, transport, disabilities, I guess, in some respects, work, all sorts of weird and wonderful reasons why people can't, get out there and get detected on land. But this might be one for people to consider. Just contact your local council and see if they've got a policy on metal detecting and will they allow it on their particular areas. Now, if they do a license, happy days. They'll give you a license. You probably have to sign it. You'll probably have to sign some other bits and pieces, but you've got that license for maybe a year. As long as you do the job correctly and you tidy up after yourself and you don't make a mess and you're responsible, it's worth having a look at. Now, the other thing is to consider about that is they'll probably ask if you've got insurance. So it's probably imperative that you've got the NCMD card, the National Council of Metal Detecting. They do an insurance policy, public liability, and that kind of thing. I think it's the FID, Federation of Independent Detectorists, I think it's classed as. They've got a policy there that you can buy a card off them, an insurance policy for 12 months. They both run for a 12-month period. So I think the councils will probably, some of the councils out there that will grant you permission and give you the license will probably ask if you've got insurance. So there's your chance to say, yes, there's my card. Here's my issue number, my policy number. I've got the public liability insurance behind me. And of course, it's probably worth getting because you can guarantee that some of the rallies that you may attend over the year will ask you point blank if you've got NCMD cards or FID. So there you go, folks. It might be worth just Googling your local council to see if they've got a friendly policy on metal detecting. Like I said, the chances are some of them will, some of them won't. So it's a gamble, it's a bit of a lottery, but wouldn't it be fantastic if a handful of you guys out there or more managed to get permission off the back of just a 5-minute look on the internet? It'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? So happy days with that. Let me know if some of you guys have come across this before and you've gained permission off the back of it, or you're struggling, or you've come up against barriers, because there's always barriers in life, isn't there? Not in just the world of detecting other things as well. But give it a go. Give us some feedback on the comments. Absolutely fantastic the amount of comments that we got off that last video about getting the best out of your metal detecting permission. I mean, we had over 100, I think it was 105 comments already. It's amazing. So thanks very much for your input, and your input is always read by other people. Remember that. So your comments that you're making on these films, other people are reading them and responding to them, not just me. So it's fantastic. And some of the advice I've had, I think it was Raymond Piper. I don't know Raymond personally, but he's bang on with some of his input and some of his points that he's putting across. So I really do appreciate, and I'm very thankful of the feedback I'm getting from you guys. It's heartwarming, it really is. So that's hopefully permission. Let's hope it works for you guys. I'll be really pleased if it paid off for one or two of you people. Like I said, not every council's a friendly one, but you never know. You never know. Next time we're going to be doing a small video film on looking after your metal detecting finds, because I'm seeing a growing number of individuals out in the field that are finding coins and artifacts, and they're not necessarily looking after them correctly, which sounds a bit prickly, but believe me, I'm quite shocked at some of the things that individuals carry their coins and artifacts around in. So hopefully the next film, which will be Tuesday, we're on Friday today, it'll be next Tuesday now, day after Bank Holiday Monday, we'll do a short film on looking after your finds, how to get the best out of your detecting finds, etc, etc. So give it a watch. Tuesday night, tea time. Be there, folks, be there. Now, finally, before I disappear and shut up rabbling on, we're doing a Facebook competition to win some prizes, some free prizes. Now, it's going to be on the Unearthed metal detecting group. Now, a lot of user members on there. We've just gone over 7,000 members. The pages hit 11,000 last week. We've just hit 7,000 on our group. So we're going to be running a competition on the group to win some nice prizes. If I can just show you this, guys. One of the prizes is going to be a rather nice Viking drinking horn. So it'll be one of these big ones, the 500ml. You can put a lot of ale in that and you'll feel really Viking when you drink it. How corny does that sound? But anyway, there you go. Your missus will be laughing when you're sat there trying to drink your pop for the Viking drinking horn. Well, that's one of the prizes that's going to be up for grabs, and also some more accessories that we're going to throw in the pack to the tune of about 100 quid. So it's well worth entering. Now, the competition will be on the Facebook group this evening around about tea time. One of our admin ladies, Lee Griffiths, is going to be posting that up, so keep an eye on it. But to qualify for the Facebook free competition, you've got to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And the reason is I'll be announcing the winner on here, on this film, not this particular film, but the film in the future when the person finally wins the prize. And I'll be showing you guys what else you can win for that competition. So it's absolutely imperative that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you can't subscribe to it for whatever reason, you know, we're trying our best to link in this YouTube channel, because we're putting a lot of time and effort into this. It's only right that we get a little bit out of it, as in these promotional competitions that we do, and we're trying to marry it up with the social media side of things. So subscribe, by all means. It's a free thing to do. If some of you have subscribed in the past and I've removed you, it's because you've been trolling the channel, so I don't suffer any fools, as you know. We don't have any of that going on, and if we do find it, you just get booted instantly and blocked. So if you find yourself blocked, you know why. Not that you're going to be listening to this anyway, because you're already blocked. So there's that going on, and enter it, by all means. Good luck if you enter the competition. I would like to see some winners on the comp. It'll be announced probably, I think we're going to run it for a week. So good luck, guys, if you enter the competition. Stay tuned for this channel, because we're going to be announcing the prizes on it soon. And have a great weekend. If you're out detecting, or you're lucky enough to get out detecting, I hope you find so many nice things. Okay, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday evening for the next session of Detecting Talk. Bye for now.